Everybody, welcome. It's opposite Saxes,
Hiya.
Thursday, 1 o'clock.
Yep. You're
How
so,
are you doing?
you're so chipper.
Yes, I am.
You're so
Yeah, I am.
chipper.
Oh, well, I'm excited actually because of what we're going to be talking about.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about
Oh,
landscaping.
yes. And
Actually, I
you
mixed
just,
emotions. I shouldn't say I'm happy. We're talking about landscaping in the spring and summer, which is a pain in the neck for us because
is
for
it,
me, not for you. You're not outside
I
usually.
wrote down in my notes, landscaping, is it worth it?
I think it's nice to have when people drive by, you have at least you have your grass is cut, your lawn is edged. Yeah, I mean, I don't like to make it
but
look like I live in a raggedy house with
it's just the
weeds.
upkeep aspect of it
It's a
is a pain in the
it's a
butt.
lot, and that's why I love fall and winter because then you don't get as many weeds, and so I don't have to be outside all the time. Spring and summer, I'm outside every other week for a couple hours at least, maybe more.
Yeah, and then you have to have the arborist or landscaper or something coming by
We used to do
to
it ourselves.
to to
Yeah.
fertilize and do all that kind of stuff.
Fertilize, cut the bushes.
And then where we live, you are restricted as to how often you can water your grass. So it's kind of a vicious cycle that you're restricted to watering 1 day a week. And so if your grass starts to look like crap,
You can water, which is what I was going to tell you, but it's supposed to
it,
storm tonight. You can hand water. They don't care. You can do that any day of the week, any time of the day. They
that
don't
is
want your sprinklers to
that
go.
is so bogus in my mind.
Well,
Be-
because you don't use as much.
Not necessarily. Let's put this into perspective here, folks. You can go out and take your hose and you can water your grass. It says any day of the week.
Mhm.
Okay. So if I go out in my front yard, which is not a big front yard and all, but it probably will take 10 or 15 minutes to water the grass. If I go out
10
three,
or
four,
15 minutes, what are you doing?
watering the grass and the
You
plants,
don't have
and
to water the plants because they get enough with your once a week.
you didn't let me finish.
Sorry.
The city says you can use your hose to water your grass as often as you want.
Hmm.
So if I go out 3 days a week for 10 minutes, that's 30 minutes I'm using water that I'm paying for, and they're trying to restrict the water usage, but I'm going to go out and spend 30 minutes a week watering the grass by hand. My sprinkler goes on for 7 minutes once a week. So
Maybe
I
that's
don't
our
understand
problem.
why they're restricting me to doing my sprinkling once a week for 7 minutes, but it's okay to go out and hand water it for 30 minutes.
Because when the sprinkler goes on, the only thing I can think of is when the sprinkler goes on. There's a lot of water that goes on the streets, on the sidewalks,
Well, if
that goes not necessarily right onto your plants.
well, it's not spot watering. It
Right.
doesn't go exactly where maybe
So
you need it
it's on
to. Timer.
it's not a timer, but I mean the pressure is more.
Yeah.
Whereas you have a hose, the pressure isn't as great, and you're just getting one little area.
Yeah.
So I think even though we're having a storm tomorrow, I think during the week you're going to have to go out and because our grass is looking really puny, even with the fertilizing.
It's a lot has to do with the sunshine, how much sun you get. I
We
agree.
got a lot.
I agree. Supplementing it with additional watering and all is good.
Well,
And
maybe you'd see your neighbors. You could say hello. You could be social.
you can,
I see them all the time because I'm outside. You don't see them that
neighbors
often.
have automatic sprinkler systems too. And all of a
I'm saying the
sudden, while
people.
I'm out there watering my grass, all of a sudden my next door neighbor's his system goes on.
Well, no, but the people that have the dogs that you like to see. You could say
So
hello.
I'm
You
gonna
could
go,
say
I'm
hello.
gonna go out every day to water my lawn, just waiting for the neighbors to come by with their dogs.
No, no. The only thing is you have to go out either early in the morning before it gets hot or in
Yeah.
the evening when it's a little cooler. But you had wanted to put Well, we did do that when we first moved here. I think we put some plastic plants out.
No, we never did.
We never did?
I used to
I thought
go
we did.
to Home Depot and all, and I'd buy these little potted plants and everything, and we bought some clay pots and put them in the landscaping and around the backyard. And I would just take the pot itself and just put it in the ceramic pot,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
looked nice. And the automatic sprinkler system would go on, and it would water it. But lately, and I'll bet a lot of you that are watching and listening to the show, you're getting these pop-ups on your computer and on your phone for these plastic plants. I mean, you can get a bouquet of violets or whatever that are plastic, and you just take that planter out there, put a little bit of soil, and you just put this stake right in, and you've got this beautiful bunch of blooms. And
For the time being,
well, it's
until the sun beats down
well,
on them.
and if you look at them, some of them say that they are sun resistant
What?
or whatever. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because it's improved, it's more improved
I
plastic. But
find that hard to believe.
you can get you can get a pot with plastic ferns that cascade down, and you put that out there, put it on a hook.
Nah, that's the way to do it.
Or what? See now, and now you don't have to worry about getting water to it, and all. And I'm leaning in that direction because there's a couple of areas where you say I just need a little something over here, but I don't want to have to be out here watering it all
Well,
the time.
I would suggest it's a good idea because I'm tired of getting the wrong type of flowers that burn in our sun, and then you have to change them again, and
Or
it's a lot of
you
money.
don't get enough water.
Either way, yeah. But
That's the other
I would
the
say you could try one or two. Try a fern and try a flower,
yeah.
and then see what happens.
What I did for the last few seasons and everything is those planters, big planters that we have in the backyard. I'm using them for cactus, and I put cactus because cactus thrive with less water, and they survive very well with intense heat or with little heat, and they're doing pretty well. And I buy the cactus that have flowers.
It's beautiful. You did a wonderful job on both large planters. However, they would probably grow longer and look better later in the summer if you took them, like I asked you to, out of the pots that they came in,
Well,
because the pots are so little, and you just stick them in the big pot and put
no,
soil over
no.
it.
One of them I did. The other one I
You
bought
did.
individual, and they are all individual groupings. And
You did?
you'll see by the end of the
I'm
season.
proud of you. Well,
But
see, it'll be interesting to see then which one does better.
oh, I can tell you which ones would do best.
Hmm.
Plastic.
But we're not allowed to put plastic in the front. We can put it in the backyard, but
See,
we're really not allowed to
that's the
do it in
other
the
thing.
front. And I'm a board member, and
Yeah,
you can't do that.
yeah. You can make your landscaping look absolutely beautiful as long as it's legal. Like artificial turf. I mean, people are out there spending a fortune on trying to resod their grass because it gets burned up every year, but you can't put in artificial turf.
No.
I mean, it would look good all year
You can in the
round,
back where nobody sees it.
maybe.
You can in the back where if nobody sees it. I wouldn't hesitate to do it.
Except if you live along the beltway.
Right. If you look, yeah, if you
That one here.
along the walkways that people walk and you can see it. Yeah.
And it's because your grass looks greener than everybody else's. Somebody looks closely and says, "Oh, that's why it's artificial."
Well, somebody did,
I
and they
know.
were
Yeah.
reported. That person was reported, but
I love it.
we are far enough from the street that possibly we could put one in and see how it does and see what it looks like.
I'm going to try
Um,
it, especially in the backyard because it's all fenced in. There's a couple of areas that I thought might be
yeah,
nice to add a little bit of color and all, but
that
instead of
would
having to plant something,
be the true test because the backyard really gets hot sun. So if you're going to do it, that
yeah.
would be the way to do it.
But I mean,
But don't tell my friends that are such plant people and they'll be they'll be
Yeah.
like, how can you do
Well,
that?
one of the upsides to landscaping, as I say, I said, is it worth it? Is less and less people have gas-powered mowers or even electric equipment to trim and to cut because everything is battery powered now.
Yeah.
And it makes it a lot easier. You can go out there and you can edge and then just recharge your battery and you're set to go.
It depends how long that battery though will hold.
I got a neighbor that just got a battery powered lawnmower and that thing, it's quiet, it's efficient, it does the same job as having to pour gasoline into the engine.
But
It's
how long
safer
does
for
it
the
last? That
well,
charge.
Well, if it lasts for a half an hour, you buy a backup battery. So if you're mowing
Half
and
an
all,
hour.
I'm
Really?
just saying, depending on the mower, because there are some that will go for an hour or more. But take a backup battery, you put a second battery in, and then you recharge them when you're finished and you're ready to go for the next time.
Hmm.
But that same battery you could take out of your mower and you can now put it in an edger or a trimmer or a blower or whatever. And these companies like Steel and Ryobi and
They're interchangeable?
mhm,
I didn't know that. I
yeah.
thought it was a different charger
No,
for an edger.
if you go with a brand, like Ryobi has got you
Yeah,
got you know 3, 4 different kind of batteries, but certain batteries will go with like 20 different pieces of equipment.
know that.
Mhm.
You're just a wealth of information.
Oh, just a walking arborist who's very, very much into plastics. Now,
Just say it quietly
yeah,
here.
yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll get
We'll see.
a few.
We'll give you a report at the end of the
Yeah.
season.
What are the multicolored things? Coleus
Hmm.
or something like that. Those are the ones that I think I want to get a little bit of color,
Okay.
not just green.
Okay.
But
All right. We'll try it and we'll let you know.
worth looking into because it sure beats having to put the soil in and being out there and watering. And you also notice how you go out and you water all your bushes and your grass and all that kind of, and the next day it rains.
It does
If
happen.
you had waited one day, Mother Nature
You
would have
look at the
taken
weather
care of it.
forecast, it might
Well,
help.
that's true. So,
All right.
but take care. See
See
you
y'all.
next week.
Bye.
Bye.